Can you really believe somebody's NDE story? After leaving the Mormon church, I would say I was a super skeptic. I mean, after being lied to once, it's really hard to believe anything again. Until I started really looking into NDEs and discovered the research of Jeffrey Long. Dr. Long is a radiation oncologist who spent 10 years with his NDE Research Foundation documenting 1,300 experiences in his book, Evidence of the Afterlife, and over 4,000 experiences on his website, NDERF. Now, we can't use traditional scientific methods to prove that NDEs are actually happening. Number one, it would be pretty unlawful to try and recreate death experiences in a lab by killing people and bringing them back. Number two, not everyone who dies and comes back even remembers what happened while they were out. And number three, we're dealing with conscious experience. Measuring your brain waves can't actually prove that your childhood memories in the backyard really happened. But we could ask your other 3 siblings who were there to share their memories and see if they'll vouch for your experience. So I approach NDE accounts like you would eyewitness accounts from those who were there. So when you're looking at thousands of accounts, you want to focus on where these accounts are unanimous. If there's only one guy at the crime scene who saw someone with a clown suit on, then you wouldn't focus on that as your main piece of evidence. So if you've heard one NDE story in your life and you're basing all of your NDE knowledge on that one experience, you might not be seeing the whole picture. The great thing about Dr. Long's research is that when looking at those unanimous parts, he found 7 lines of physical evidence that these NDEs couldn't possibly be happening inside the physical matter of the brain. A great number of these cases are people with no brain activity under general anesthesia, or cases where blood flow was completely stopped to the brain while the conscious experience is happening. Not only are they having conscious experience while it shouldn't be possible, those who experienced a life review remembered every key moment of their life, including not only their own emotions, but the emotions of all of the other people involved. They reviewed years and decades of events, while many of them were only dead for a matter of minutes. This is accelerated consciousness at a time when conscious experience shouldn't even be possible. Another line of evidence is the person's clear description of events that are happening beyond the body's range of experience. People have accurately described their resuscitation efforts from above the scene, even knowing the thoughts of people in the room and later coming back to corroborate that actually happened. People have accurately described events happening in other rooms in the hospital and with their loved ones who are miles away. I find these stories to be the most compelling, and those are the NDEs that I'm going to share with you in my next videos. Another line of evidence is that when people are dead, they suddenly can see 360 vision, including a woman who was blind from birth.
I suffered a skull fracture, a broken back and neck. Yet it was then that I saw for the first time. It was as if my body was floating. I knew I was looking down on the scene of the accident at what I realised was the crumpled van. Having never seen anything before, it was quite frightening and strange. I was then looking down on what I realised was a body in a hospital. I recognised my wedding ring and my long hair. I thought, is that my body down there? Am I dead or what? They kept saying,
"It's no good. We can't bring her back."
I tried to get their attention and say that I'm fine, but it was pointless. Feeling detached from the situation, I thought, I can't get these people to listen to me, and as soon as I did, I seemed to go up through the ceiling as if it were nothing. The feeling was wonderful, to be out of there and free. I saw the streets below, other buildings, the whole city. I didn't have a physical body. I was made of light. I knew where I was going.
So what about the people who think NDEs are just really dreamlike hallucinations? You know how when you have dreams at night, you sort of bring in people from your life, things that happened during your day? Well, 96% of the beings encountered in an NDE are dead. I don't know about you, but I don't usually dream about dead people. And a third of those people who met new beings while they were dead came back and actually found out that it was a deceased loved one. In some cases, people in their NDEs meet people who they think are living, But when they get back, they realize the person died recently. So we found that in people's NDEs, they're actually experiencing things that surprise them, that are outside their cultural expectations and knowledge. And quite often you'll find that people experience things in their NDEs that are outside of their religious upbringing and their religious expectations. Alright, so this video was just a quick rundown of the evidence of why you might want to look into NDEs. In the next videos, I'm going to share with you some of my favorite NDE stories that have actual physical evidence that the person left their body and they were not constrained to a limited range of the brain's experience. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next video.